drink. Oof.
Buyer's remorse.
Hello and welcome to Buyer's Remorse. I'm Darren.
I'm Justin.
And on this show, we choose a game that's been sitting in our Steam libraries, make each other play them for 60 minutes, and see if it was worth the money as an awesome buyer's confirmation, or if it was a complete waste of time and energy as a buyer's remorse. I'll get this someday.
Someday.
So, I hope this is a good one. I need something funny. What was it?
Vane?
Humble. Thank you, Humble.
I know you played this one.
I finished this one. And I know it's...
Did you finish this one without a walkthrough?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah, man.
I'm impressed. Let's get into the details. Developed by Friend and Foe Games, published by Friend and Foe Games, and Gamera Game. Mostly positive reviews with 148 on Steam. Released in 2019, base 21, but definitely I did not pay that.
No, we got it in Humble. It was part of a Humble bundle that we got, a Humble monthly.
I think this game is even recommended by you. Did you put a review up?
I wrote a review up. And in fact, if someone comments down below on this, I've got a key for it. Someone had already gifted me this game because they're like, Darren, you're going to love this game. And they were right. So I have a key for Vane in my Humble library. If someone comments on this video below saying, I'd like that key, please, I'll give it to you.
Controller does not appear to work for this game.
Oh dear.
Mm-hmm. You start as a bird in a desert. You see a glowing sphere, what looks like inside a rock, but I've learned later that it's probably not. It's some sort of man-made structure.
Mm-hmm.
You press the left mouse button, and this starts the first cutscene. A lot of loading time between certain parts. In the cutscene, there is a desert storm. A boy runs, carrying something. I still don't know what I'm carrying. Trailing a blue ribbon from his head. Well, I'm assuming it's a boy. I don't know. It could be anything. It could be an alien for all I know.
Yep.
Lightning strikes. Wind pulls the metal pieces. This whole area seems like it's made of just ramshackle metal pieces put together. They start being pulled away by the wind, which impedes my progress as the player.
Yep.
I have to run around them. You get around a curve and keep following that down toward a door. You finally see a door. Okay, I'm going to head up to that door. Just as I get to the door, a tall figure, either with a bird head or a bird mask, impedes my way, shoves the little boy down the stairs, and shuts the door.
I don't remember any of this, but yeah.
This is sort of tutorial, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
There's really not much. I don't know why we even need a tutorial for this part, given it's just a boy walking around.
Right.
But it's to set up the story, I think. The storm is going to take the boy away, cut to the title screen, again after loading. I'm a bird now.
Yes. Yeah, I remember that. You're not a bird forever, but you are a bird. This is I played this ages ago.
Oh, you're a bird for most of the time. At least my first hour.
I remember this game. Oh, that's right. You can transform it from a bird into a boy.
Yeah, but not for a long time.
Because you've got to roll the ball around or something like that, don't you?
Okay, let me get to the game. You're a bird flying around.
Yeah.
Normal flying controls.
Mm-hmm.
Up means down, down means up.
I hate that.
Left means left, right means right. I think you could change in the options, but I didn't bother.
I think you can, because I wouldn't have stood for that. I'm vehemently against those purists that say up is down and down is up in a flying game. It's like, no, it's not. I'm not a pilot.
You can flap your wings, though I think I didn't learn that for a little while. There's a button to sort of slow down.
Mm-hmm.
The controls are pretty good until you have to do anything fine.
Yeah.
Like land on something,
Mm-hmm.
and then it becomes an utter hassle. There are also times where I'm looking at my shadow, the bird shadow on the ground, and I can tell that I am not moving because there are other landmarks, bits of ground and stuff that are also not moving. And I do not know why. I don't understand it. That happened so many times. It was so frustrating. I don't get it.
Okay.
The bird looks good.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny if you land because the bird sort of hops around as a bird would. I appreciate that. The ground, however, when you get close, is that polygonal, everything's made of triangles, which I used to think was really beautiful, but I think in a previous episode I played everything, and I think that kind of ruined it for me. I've seen it too much lately. and I'm not sure why it exists. Is it cheaper, easier? Does it not have to do as much resolving in the processing? Because it looks like something that is pre-rendered, which as a style choice, I can appreciate, but I'm getting tired of it. It just seems like so many indie games do it.
Yeah, Rime looks a bit like that. The Witness does it as well, in some parts anyway. Maybe a style choice. Maybe it's easy on the engine that they're using. I've got no idea.
It looks fine from a distance. That's the thing, too. I think that it's not, at least to me, it doesn't seem like a choice of, we're going to make it look like this.
Up close kind of thing, yeah.
Because it doesn't look like that from far away. So it's almost like they didn't really want you to look at it closely. Or did, because when you're the boy, you do. I don't know. I don't understand. It just feels like it's been overdone. But that could just be me. Maybe everybody else is fine with this. It helps if the gameplay is fun. This one for me, not so much. Definitely more your style of game, because it doesn't explain anything as far as what you're supposed to do.
That's why I picked it for you, man. I thought you'd absolutely hate this.
I was good at first. I found the first sparkle in the distance, and I flew to it, and the game said, press F when I landed on the thing.
Yeah.
Other crows came.
That's right.
Landed on it. The whole thing tilted. So a windsock appeared, and sparkly crystal things were hanging below, blow off in the wind.
Yeah.
And all the birds follow. I didn't know what they were doing, but I was like, okay, this is what I need to do. I need to find more of these things. I get that. However, finding them, not always easy.
No.
Found the second one pretty easily. And then I found a giant weather vane, which is why it's called Vane? Because it's spelled Vane.
Yeah.
But this is only part one of what a walkthrough told me is 4 parts. And
what? This game has 4 parts? Oh, you mean in the game? Or you mean...
In the game. To do that, to solve the giant weather vane, is part 1 of 4.
Okay. Right. I got you, yeah.
Which I didn't for a very long time. I probably spent 10 to 15 minutes trying everything at this weather vane. It basically has 2 giant long arms, one short one at the top. And in the center is a sphere with the gold stuff inside that I've seen before in the game. I know that's important. I know I'm trying to get it out somehow. I can call the birds, but nothing seems to happen. But I can't seem to get all the birds, so I fly around as well, trying to call the birds in the air, thinking I need to get them to all follow me. But no, I had no clue what was going on. So, walkthrough help number 1. What am I supposed to do? I don't have enough birds.
More burbs, please.
Yeah. So, I fly off. I don't see it, even though it's pretty close. There was another one pretty close. I fly into the perimeter of the world, which is a storm. And from the storm, I turn back. And there's a sparkle thing. So I go and I do that one. But now I have to find another one. And I have a lot of trouble finding the next one. I find a broken one.
Yes, I remember that.
And there's a cave. So I fly through that. That leads me to another one.
Yep.
But the last one, I had no idea where it was. I flew into a storm, saw no sparkles. I was flying into different, what I would kind of say, cardinal points of the map to fly into the storm. And nothing. I had no idea. Walkthrough help number 2. It's down a hole.
Of course it is. A windsock would be down a hole. Why not?
Once I found the hole, it was very obvious.
Yeah.
But it was not obvious until I was right over top of it. And boy, is flying slow.
And especially in those caves, as one thing I do remember is I got quite lost in the caves because I got stuck somewhere and it was quite easy to get turned around inside those caves because the camera just doesn't work well inside the caves.
If you get the bird going fast enough, it almost appears that it swings back and it's just sort of on the left side of your screen for no apparent reason. Yeah, the camera is a bit of an issue as well. Once I had that, okay, great. I get back. I get 2 achievements for doing this, gathering enough birds and also breaking the thing. There's now gold floating in the air from the sphere that fell. I go down there. That turns me into a little boy again. I run straight ahead. Luckily, I was facing the right direction and could see what looked like a door in the distance. I went and I got in the door. But again, a bit slow. This is very much more your style of, I don't mind walking slowly through beautiful environments.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm like, just get me to the next thing I need to do. So I get through the door, loading screen. I believe I fall as a boy into one of these cages that are on a chain, that are on a rail, and that moves me to the next section. Mm-hmm. I fall out, I become the bird again, and now I have to help more birds. There are birds in cages. I found the lever I was supposed to find, the sort of final thing. Again, I found it way before I found everything else. Didn't have enough birds. Fly around, help more birds, but now what do? I'm stuck again. Oh, there's another bird. Now this one is just because I didn't explore enough. I will give them this. But after the whole open world desert thing that took me forever, I had lost all patience. What do I need to do? Oh, okay, I need to transform into a boy. There's a bit of gold. And there I can go and help release a bird.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's the gold. You gotta like stand near a gold thing to transform.
Yeah. And the little triangles will jump at you and turn you back into a boy, but you're not quite the same because I think your legs are golden or something now.
Right.
Yeah, you can walk over and help a bird, but that's not enough. No, what I have to do now is I have to go back to being the boy and have to push 2 of those spheres with the gold things in them off of the ledge. I have to do that. Again, I had to use a walkthrough because I had found one of them, but I had not found the other one, which is a much longer walk up and stairs and over and around. I had noticed it before and forgot about it. Partly my fault, partly just, come on, game. Because by pushing the second one off, and I get as a bird, so to turn back to the bird, you just jump off a cliff and you become the bird again.
Yeah.
Get to the lever I need. What I'm basically trying to do is raise a rail so that one of those things can move through to the next section.
Yeah, it's like a cage on a hook kind of thing, isn't it? Something like that. And yeah, you got to complete the track.
Yeah. However, makes 0 sense to me because what I actually did is I had enough birds already to turn the lever and get everything working. What I actually did was get that giant sphere, the heavy metal sphere on a chain, right up to that rail, and now it can be raised higher with something extra on it?
It's magic. I don't know.
It's game logic. It's game logic.
But it's filled with helium.
But it doesn't make any sense. It should have been able to be fixed before. It's the type of thing where you could have had the door be locked or the door be barred, and by finishing the rail and then pushing it through so that the sphere smashes the barrier would make much more sense to me than this. Now, in a bonus episode we did for something else, for the Project for Awesome, I was a bit short on time, so I only got this far because I gave you the extra 13-15 minutes that I owed from before.
Oh, right, yeah.
Otherwise, I would have just barely started this indoor cave section. I didn't really like it.
Yeah, I picked a good one, I think. It's just that right mix. It's like, for me, I thought it's almost good. I can lure him in with this one. It's like, this isn't like overtly bad. It's like, I can lure him in with some hope that this will be good and it's going to crush him.
When I first started as the bird, I went, wow, the bird is beautiful. I'm flying. This could be interesting. Landing on the first thing, getting the birds to go. Oh, this is great.
Yeah.
But you know me. I absolutely hate being stuck and being stuck for so long, just looking for something, not knowing how many I was supposed to find. I just did not feel like I was being told what I was supposed to do.
I was in the same boat as you, man. I was like, I got a bunch of birds. I went up to the weather vane. Went, it's not enough. Nothing's happening. Got some more birds. Went back. Nothing's happening. Got some more birds. Went back. Nothing's happening. And I'm like, okay, I'm missing something. So I just spent a lot of time. I mean, I don't know how.
Did you look it up just to see how many birds? Because that was the thing I needed to know.
No. I just was like, right, I'm missing something. I got to find it. And so I probably spent 2 hours on the first part, man, alone.
And I think that definitely would have hurt. If I had not given in to the walkthrough temptation,
you'd still be there.
I never would have finished that first bit.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't. I would say that I probably flew over most of the map.
Oh, me too. And I was trying to fly into the canyons as well. but you can't really get close. In the beginning, I thought, I'm going to have to get in there. The game doesn't really let you get too close to the canyons.
There's what looks like the shell of a plane that I got into, and there was nothing in there. All sorts of those things.
I mean, did you like Journey?
I haven't played Journey yet.
Do you have Journey?
I don't think I do.
I'll have to get you Journey. I think you like that, though. I think you would like that, because it's short. There is exploration, but you know where you're going.
I think that would help. I think I like it. I just need to turn off the don't let everybody
help me.
Give me the answers.
Yeah. Hey, it's over here. No.
I do think I need to play that one. That has been on my wish list in my head longer than even before I was in Steam, because...
Well, it's a PlayStation game, isn't it?
Yeah.
Made by Santa Monica Studios, who made God of War. Like, what? But yeah, Vane kind of has that Journey vibe, but it's very different. Yeah.
Some of the controls are not great. Some of the camera work is not great. It's not terrible, though. Mm-hmm. I totally understand why you would play this, why you would like this. This is definitely the type of game I would recommend to you, but would not recommend to myself. And I do not see myself finishing this game without a walkthrough. And I think with a walkthrough, it's going to turn out to be a really short game.
I don't remember exactly. I remember there's the outside part, there's the cave part, then there's a whole running around platforming bit with the ball. What's that other game? Is it More Cred?
Yeah.
There's a big section of the game like that.
Except one person instead of co-op.
Except one person instead of co-op, yeah. Or in my case, me playing both people on the keyboard. Which is possible, but it's really awkward. Yeah, there's a big section of that, a big platform puzzle section, and then what I thought was a really cool ending, but I know that you would hate it. So I don't even know if you should go back and finish it. But, well, here you go then. Let's go. Would you go back and finish it? Even with the walkthrough? Just to get to the end? Because I know you like to finish games that you start, even if you don't like them.
Yeah, so I'm tempted to with a walkthrough. I think it would depend heavily on if I jump back in, how do I feel about the beginning of the next section?
Yeah.
And do I hate it right away? If so, I probably won't. If I go, oh, this isn't too bad. I've played games like this before. I can do with this. Then maybe. I
think you might like it because it is. Did you like More Cred?
I really enjoyed it, yeah.
Right. Well, it definitely is a lot like that.
I think for me, it's just going to come down to how long is the game? And this one, since I'm already, I think, halfway through the game, that leads me to think it wouldn't take that long with a walkthrough, and I just might do it.
Controls. Providing that you can control it well enough, yeah. So who would you recommend it to if you had to? Well, me, obviously. Who else, though?
Walking sim people. People that like flights and puzzles. People who like Myst. Because I think that kind of unguided puzzle, that's what you want. You want people who don't mind just figuring out the game and the puzzle and everything all at once.
Fair enough, yeah. Tags, then. What would you tag it as?
Slow. Flying, exploration.
Exploration, definitely, yeah, definitely. So, I don't know, man. I don't know, because you got this in a bundle with other games, but time is money. Is it a remorse or a confirmation, man?
I think this is another one where I have to base it on the fact that I had to use walkthroughs to even make an hour enjoyable. That I think as a demo, this wouldn't even work. That I wouldn't even finish the demo. For me, that's usually a failing, and I think that I'm going to have to start leaning into, if I have to use a walkthrough too much to even enjoy or to feel like I've progressed at all, that's a real issue for me. And so for me, I'm going to, even though a lot of it is very beautiful, and I do like the flying for the most part when it works. But here's the other thing I didn't say. On the way back to the weather vane, because I knew where it was and I could see it from a distance, I aimed the bird there, got it into gliding, and for like 5 minutes, I didn't touch the controls. I just let the bird fly there. Yeah. That's not my kind of game. That's really not my kind of game. With all of those things together, I'd probably say this is a remorse.
Remorse. I knew it.